Okay, good morning, everyone. Okay, so today is Friday, so we're going to do a product session. So today the topic is on enzyme, all right, and also a little bit information on the microbiomes, right? So my name is Dr. Firdaus, been a medical doctor for more than 30 years. So I'm now coaching or training people how to obtain good health by having the right lifestyle, all right? Okay, so those who wants to, put in your questions and all this, please use the chat bot. Our co-host will be monitoring on that part as well. And don't wait last minute to put in your questions. Okay, please work on that as well. And before we start, I'd like to wish, Tamil Happy New Year to all the Tamilians, the Hindus, and Happy New Year, and always grow well with more success and good health. Okay. So, okay. All right. Happy to Myanmar. It's also a new year for them. Eh? Is it a new year for them as well, Ms. Cho? Oh, okay. There's something new that we learned. Oh, same calendar. Huh? Okay, guys. So happy New Year to everyone. Okay, awesome. All right. Well, let's go into our topic today. We're going to talk about enzyme. You see, this is one area that you can never miss if you want to get a good health. Okay. This is the entry point of the nutrition. Why do we eat? First of all, okay? We eat to nourish the system. Okay. We eat for a good health. We need to give the nutrition to all the cells and to our system. That's why we get hungry and all. But now we are doing a lot of mistakes. Too much of processed food is going into our diet. Okay, processed food, which is not food at all. We're supposed to eat food, but most of the food is been highly processed. The shelf life is too long, and lot of complication and damages with preservatives and so on, coloring, and many more factors is really damaging the system. All right. So this is what you got to look at in the enzyme area. This is the digestive system. Okay. Today's slides is going to be very simple. All right. Not normally won't be very technical or very science, and very basic enzyme session we're going to do today. Okay, I believe that will be very easy for everyone to understand. Okay, what is enzyme? All right, what is enzyme? It's all about, and where can we get them? This is what the questions will come for people, because most of the time what we see is people want an easy way out. Okay, oh, we should eat enzyme. Where can I buy it? All right, so where can I buy and where can I eat and how much can I eat and when, what is the time and so on. You see, enzymes are protein. Okay, enzymes are just protein. Where? Protein. And that is biologically, okay, catalyzed in process, okay, in a process by accelerating the chemical reaction. So in our body, there are millions of chemical reaction on every second. So it accelerates, okay, it makes booms up, it accelerates, okay, it really push higher the absorption or the used, okay, or whatever you can say, the process, the food that you eat, how it goes into the system. Okay, it goes to your stomach, then to your intestines, then it goes through a major reaction to be chemicalized, and then it goes into our human system. Okay, it accelerates. This is why enzymes is very important. There are more than 3,000, okay, 3,000 types of enzymes. okay, in human body, which is found in the cells. Some comes from food, some the body can make, okay, and various ways. But that is not really very important now. We don't want to know which one does the body make, which one does the system make and all. So don't worry about that much. Yeah. Okay. What you want to know is how does the enzyme work and how we can maximize the benefit, also by using our DXN products. Okay, how we can help you here. Okay, that's what you're going to give you. Okay, where we get the enzymes? This is the common questions that people always ask. Where can we get the enzymes? Enzyme comes from the food that we eat. Okay, there's many different types of food. Okay, food. Okay, such as fruits. Okay, and then also fermentation. Food. Okay, vegetables. Okay, and many more ways we can get these enzymes. Okay, but do you know the fruits that we have now, which is not even fruits? So what kind of fruits does comes with enzyme? But the enzyme is always there in a very smaller portion compared to 30 years or 40 years back. The fruits now, this 2023, no longer safe. It is a poison. Okay. If you eat fruits very occasionally, it is okay. But for health, we no longer can rely on fruits. So the enzymes comes from the food is a no. Fermentation, yes, it is a good form. So, but you need the right source, right, which is a reliable source of fermentation. But for us to do the fermentation is not easy because we have a huge problem now is our time. Nobody has time. Everyone is busy unless you are retired or something like that. Mostly people are fighting or battling for time. So this is where the DXN products can really come in here. Okay, by Morinzi, Codipine, Spirulina, lion's mane, and so many the products, even the coffees are enzyme based. So most of our products are enzyme based, and it is very health friendly. All right, and which is also natural. I believe you all know about this. Then comes to vegetable. What sort of vegetable? Vegetables are also genetically modified, GMO, genetically modified organism. So which is also a no when it comes to this. Then we have so many different types of food, and mostly all this is processed, okay? And nothing we can rely on to get our enzymes. This is why now a lot of people has this obese issue, malnutrition issue, and a lot of imbalances which they are causing because whatever they eat, it is not going into the system. Okay? Okay. So comes to what are the digestive enzymes? Okay. You see, this is the protease, and you see one common factor here. Any enzyme, there will be a SE at the back, ACE. All right. All enzymes will have this ACE here. Protease, lipase, amylase. So this is enzyme. Okay. And what are these functions? Protease is for protein. It digests protein, and lipase is more to fatty lipid. Okay, it's more to fat. Okay, it digests fat and also convert it to a fatty acid. Okay, fatty acids. So there are so many different types of fatty acids. Okay, that is not so important here, but we just generally get to know that protease go for protein. Okay, it digests protein. It brings protein to your cells, and lipase is more for the lipids, and amylase is for carbo. Okay, complex carbo. Okay, complex carbo. It will convert to glucose. Okay. So this is how it works, a very simple way. All right. Now this is most a simple form of understanding for you all. Okay. You can see here what comes in the salivary gland. Okay. Do we have amylase from the salivary gland? Okay. And then there's digestive enzymes. Okay. In pancreas. All right. Then also stomach. Okay. Produce protease and hydrochloric acid. Nowadays, you see there are so many people has this problem comes to digestion. They have bloatiness, stomach. They have many issues because the body is not producing hydrochloric acid. This is another major problem. What is the reason for hydrochloric acid to get very depleted? It could be the lifestyle, very much stress, and also aging process. Okay, aging is another factor that they do not do things which not pushing them to be aged. Nowadays, the aging is another thing which is very reversible. Okay, you can age slowly, no rush, but people are rushing to age fast. Okay, they're aging very fast. A couple of days, I consulted a member, a gentleman, and he's only about 55 or 56, but he looks like 70s. Lot of complications, so much of this and that. Okay, and hardly can walk at that and such age. But for them, it is very old, very old. I think when they reach 60s, they will say very old. 70s or 80s, very old. You see, they are making themselves old. But at the same time, there are also 70 years, 80 years, 90 years old people. Okay, they are running marathons and they're very physically very active. It is all how you take care, how much you love yourself, and how well you are taking care of yourself. Okay. And then also the small intestine. This is all the departments where are responsible to produce or to make enzymes here, which is your mouth, your throat, and then the stomach, okay? And then intestines, pancreas, and also gallbladder, okay? And also liver, okay? All this from head right up to the bottom, okay? This is why I always emphasize on lifestyle. This is very important that you really need to put attention on this. You can take the best vitamins or best supplement in the whole world, but if this department, it is not been rectified or not been fixed, okay? But having a big belly, yes, that means something is seriously wrong. And also you are obese. Seriously, you need to put attention. This is the big department that make people become obese, to have a belly, and also diabetic, heart, everything. Everything is interrelated here. This is an entry point, as I said. So this is very, very important. So comes to here the digestive enzyme. Okay, this is the stomach, trypsin hydrochloric acid, and this is the pancreas. Okay, this is pancreas. This is another very important organ that produce pancreatic lipase. Okay, trypsin and lactate, maltase. Okay, sucrose, isomaltase, and all these enzymes is coming from here, which is your small intestine, and also the large intestine as well, and also salivary gland as well, amylase. Okay, there are more enzymes than this, which is, we don't have to know the groups, this and that and all. This is just for the general knowledge. But what you can do not to damage the enzymes and to be for friendly enzyme body. All right, this is what you got to know today. So don't have to remember all these, mumbo jumbo stuffs, this is not very important. How enzyme fit into the human system, or you can say bind into the human system. That means how the enzymes process or gets into the system of the human system. Okay, this is what we want to see. Okay, this is enzyme. Okay, you can see this is enzyme. Okay, and these enzymes, they always have a, okay, got to go to the side here a bit. How's the interpreters doing? Looks like Mr. Sam is very silent, Tony. Okay, Sam, can do it. Okay, it's interpreting the first time. Okay, let's get the feedback later. Okay, this is the enzyme structure. Okay, and you can see here there is a circle, but this way here it looks like a mole. All right, this is the substrate. Substrate is actually the nutrition. This is the nutrition. It can be your vitamins, it can be your minerals, or whatever, all comes from the food. So these enzymes will be there in their relevant department. Okay, there are different types of enzymes. Okay, what will happen is the substrate will come and click into this passage here, right? As such as this. Okay, you can see here. Okay, and it will click, and there will be a little bit of gap here, a little gaps. That is where the coenzymes will come in fixed in, which is zinc, all the little tiny vitamins will come and make the gap, fulfill the gap more here. Okay. After a short period of time, this will detach from the enzyme. This will become a product. It will become a product. Okay, it will remove from here. And it will remove and it will go. Thereafter, it detach in, say he. Yeah, from where? Okay, I'll repeat this part again. All right. You see this green one, we call it as substrate, which is actually the nutrition. Okay. So this is the enzymes. And these enzymes will be ready to process, to speed up the absorption of the product into the system. In order to do that, the substrate this is a product. Before this, it is not usable. It will be just floating. Okay. And once the enzyme comes in, it will start to fix in here. Okay. It will go into, and it will click here as this. Okay. And it gets processed. Okay. It gets processed. It's converting into a usable product. It can be anything like fat and all. Okay. So now this is ready to be used by the cells. Then what will happen is, okay, the body will detach this. This will be detached. There'll be another hole here as this. So this enzyme is reusable. It will be going for a couple of cycles. Okay. Then another substrate will come and convert that into a product. So this will become as a product. So it can come any product. It can be a B, it can be a C, it can be a fat, okay? Or it can be fiber or anything. Then it will convert. Then it will go into our bloodstream and used as a nutrition. You see? So before converting what we eat as a food and it has to convert to nutrition, this is the process. That's why enzyme is very, very important. It is very important. Okay. So even when you're taking DXN products, if you have a very poor gut system and there is no assurity, the product is convert or been absorbed or convert into nutrition. Most probably there will be a small percentage and some is been lost. Okay, this is very important. So you got to have this process very good. Then there is also another issue here. The enzymes can denature. It can denature. How does it denature? The enzyme too can get old, it can be malfunction, can't be used. What are the factors who can make these enzymes denature? Okay. One is emotionally disturbed. Second, body heat, temperature. Anger, emotional, okay. More to mental disorder, disease, and which is very stressful environments and all this. And then food. Okay. Food means is more to process. Processed food, there is also good ones. Okay. Now members always can ask me, doctor, if you say processed food is not good, how about DXN products is mostly all processed? Is this processed good or not? Yes, there are a lot of different type of processed food, okay, which is good. So what kind of processed food I'm referring is like meat, processed burgers, nuggets, hot dog, and this kind of things, and frozen meat, and carbonated drinks, gassy drinks, very highly sugary drinks, alcohol, okay, in a very high quantity, smoking, then coloring, artificial sugar is one of the main killer. They always promote this artificial sugar with 0 calorie. And that is one of the major cause for leaky gut, and it will kill your entire digestive system. But nobody knows about this. Oh, it is zero sugar. It's very good sugar. It doesn't give you value. No, there's no such thing. Even a water cannot become zero. Now, how sugar can become zero? It doesn't make sense. Huh? So in this way, there is many different types of food that we are taught. Okay, and coloring. Okay, food color, food fragrance. They also have fragrance. Okay, and many more. You can just keep on going. Okay, all this will denature your enzymes. Okay, now we're going to see what is denature. This is the structure. Okay, now you see this is the substrate, which is going to be converted to as a product. But it needs to click in here. What's going to happen here is when it's going to denature and it will start to missing here, this part. Okay, it will become like that. Okay, it is damage. Okay, become like this. Right. How can this part here fit into this? Not possible. Not possible. It's not possible at all. So this is what we call denature. Okay. So let's make this a copy and let's feed in and see what's going to happen. Obviously, we cannot fit in here. Not been copied. Okay, so this part here cannot fit in here already. Okay, earlier this was the structure here. Okay, so it cannot fit in here. And this is how it will get denatured. And this process will continue. It will continue. Okay, finally, the enzyme will die, no value. So it is a big loss. And this is another major problem. This is for people who is obese, people who has big bellies, and this is what is happening. All right. And also another reason for osteoarthritis, you have a very poor knee. This is what is happening. Okay. Now you see there's so many processed drinks. Even in the gym, there's always, they call drink is called gorilla. Okay. It gives you a lot of power, a lot of energy. So what I see is there's so many people buy this and drink. We call it as isotonic drink. And these isotonic drinks, and this is what it will happen. So the moment you damage your enzymes, denature the enzymes, your body will try to produce more enzymes. So your body will, the brain will get the signal, you're lacking of enzymes, and they will give you a signal through your vagus nerve. Your vagus nerve is where it's connected to your brain. Yes. No. Okay. Yeah, I will repeat that again. Okay. Most of the isotonic drink out in the market. It can be anything. The commonly what I see is in the gym, there's Max Power, there's Gorilla, there's many different types of name. Even in Malaysia, it's called 100 plus, and then there are so many different ISO, this and that. All this has added with artificial sugar. Why? They emphasize on 0 calorie. So that when you drink anything, that you become 0. So you don't worry about calorie. So you will not gain weight. But not now, later. It will make you damage. How are you going to damage? What will happen is all the artificial sugar will damage their enzymes. Then the body will get the signal because there is a lot of subtract around looking for enzymes. This comes from the food. They need enzyme to get in to the system, but the enzymes are damaged. So the body will trigger what? Hunger, craving for food. So they will eat again. They will eat again. And this is what happens. So this is why you have to really take care of your existing enzymes which goes into your system. You need to prevent them from damaging. You see how important? And this is the mistakes it happens. So once you damage the enzymes, the body will ask for new enzymes. They has to come from food. Correct? So this is what is happening. So don't damage your enzymes, right? So this is almost about the enzymes. Today I'm going to give you all the information, nothing much. And then comes to the microbiome. You see, we human gene is only 20%. Even a worm, earthworms, has more genes than human. A cockroach is better than human. Our genes is only 20%, which can say around 21,000, around there. The rest, how does it build? It outsources to who? It outsources to bacteria and viruses. Okay, it outsources. They are the one who does this, which the collaboration of enzymes. Right? You see the whole human system. Okay, it starts from your mouth and it goes into the system. Okay. Right. Let's take this. Let's see here. So starts from here. All right. For the mouth, this is the entry point. Okay. And the enzyme starts from here. Your lipase starts from here. The starch can be digested. Okay. That's why even our deoxyribonucleic mycoveggie, it can digest in the mouth. Our VCO, the only coconut oil, the only oil which is coconut oil, can be digested in the lipase enzymes. Okay, so from here it starts and all the way it goes into the system, then it goes into your stomach, then it gets some assistance Okay. And the stomach is the most high pH. Very acidic. Among our whole body, stomach is the highest pH, very acidic. All right. So there is a certain enzymes which can survive in this environment. They are only in this area. Then the bladder, gallbladder will also come in with some enzymes. Then the liver, then the pancreas, and all these departments will process, helps the system to process and send the food to the small intestine. You see, even the process of eating too fast, no chewing, and eating and drinking water at the same time, all these behaviors can degenerate your enzymes. Okay? It can make your enzyme get older or damaged. Okay? All this process. So this is how you must really take care of the enzymes and maintain a good environment here in order for the bacteria to survive, to reproduce back. So there are all these chemicals. Who is in charge? The bacteria and the viruses. All right. And we, human system, 80% bacteria and virus, and only 20% gene of human. Okay. So we got to let these fellas work. How are they going to work? By having the fiber. This is where the microbiome really being very helpful. So what are the other products that can be used? Okay, maybe you all can put in the chat box. Okay, so the products which is very highly I recommend. The first one is always, I'll say spirulina. The second, I will go for Murinzi. Then the VCO. Then it comes to what else? Yeah, coffee also can. But before that, in Malaysia, we have codipine. Okay. Enzyme. Enzyme. Yeah, GL. Mostly all the products. GL, RG. But they have fibrous here and also very little enzymes. But we can substitute or elevate the enzymes reaction with the other enzymes. Okay. But all the products are good. Which one me to buy? I can't buy all the products. Yes, fine. So the choice here will be spirulina is always the must. You must take spirulina. How many spirulina? Take the best you can. We can go for 10. Well, good enough. Can go for more. Well, good. I can go for 20, 30. It's up to you. Okay. I have a need for there is a lot of demand in my body due to a lot of activities. So I take up to 80. That is my decision. So whatever you want, you take which is one. For mostly the leaders who is following and we working as a team in this diversity and all, they are taking 30 to 40 tablets per day and see good results. And also, this is another protein source. Okay, so how they're going to activate this? By increasing or maximizing the benefit. You can use your lipase enzyme, which is in your mouth. Okay, then you digest. Okay, roll it on. And also here, fat is very important to support the entire system. Fat. Now what to do? People are so afraid of eating fat. If you don't take fat, you are in trouble. So what are the good fat? I'm talking about good fat. I'm not talking about the junk fat. Okay? The moment you say fat, they will think about roadside burger. Roadside burger is not even a food, and there is no fat in that. It's from 95% rubbish. Extremely everything is processed. Bread is processed. The sauces are processed. Only, I would say 98% maybe. Maybe just the 2% there's one cucumber or a little piece of onion, and most probably only that is the natural. Even that people tell, I don't want onion. I don't want any this and that. And just only this and the sauce and so. And then the cooking oil. They use a lot of cooking oil there. You see, where is the fat? None. No fat. Okay? So this is very, very dangerous food. So you must really get a good fat, which can be coconut. Okay? And also any of the animal fat that you can make into a stew or soup or, whatever. Okay? So when you take fat, what will happen? Vitamin K2 will get activated. K2 get activated. It has a link with the enzyme. It's a link with the enzyme to the digestive system, and it's a fat soluble. Okay? And this is where the gallbladder will help to send in the system. In our body, where is the large amount of K2? Is in our mouth. Okay? And this is where it takes care of our mouth. In our mouth. In our saliva. Okay? Vitamin K2. Very high. Concentrated. And this will happen if you are taking enough fat. Okay? Even the non-vegetarians and also the vegetarians has forgotten about the fat. None of them. And now we have to train people to take fat. Okay? So this K2, why God has created us a lot of K2 in our saliva and especially in the mouth? Because K2 will help the absorption of calcium to our teeth. That is why this is very much needed and very high concentrated is there. So those who have very bad teeth, they will have very high chance of osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, calcification, and also heart-related disease. You can see from their mouth, okay, and also from their teeth, the tongue, and also roughly you could able to know the condition of calcium storage in the system. You see, the calcium comes and has a big rotation in the human system. It comes from the food, it goes through process of the K2, K, and then he enters in, and then he has to get the help from the omega 3 and 6. It goes to the arteries and makes the artery happy, and it makes the artery more elasticity and absorbs. Okay, he has the capacity to open up. Okay, then it withdraws from the artery and he comes back to the bloodstream. Then the blood will send that filler back to the bone department. Then it goes into the bone department. The old calcium which is kept in the bone, after the expiry, it will return, come out, then the new calcium will be given back to the bone, and then it will use that. Okay, and this is where the bone's toxin elimination is the used calciums and other chemicals. You see, there is a lot of process, and it's such a beautiful thing for you to know. But maybe it may be too much for you all to know. Correct? That will be too much to know. That's okay. But wow, you can really upkeep your good health. That is most important. Every single human being needs to keep your good health on track. That's what we want. We don't want to have a disease-prone life, or you cannot move. Okay, movement is the age factor. You see, now the most of the elderly people already aging up very fast. The most major problem is they are not mobile enough, or they can't really move. The last moments they are bedridden, then they have a maid taking care of them, or they have some palliative care, this and that. Isn't that a sad moment? That is the best time to take care of your life, or to enjoy your life when you're old age. Going for party, going for a holiday, going for a dancing. You can go and talk to people about being health, it's wisdom, many things you could do if you have the health at that point of time. Every single human being will be a hero when you are young. But you got to be a hero when you're already 50, 60, 70, 80, and so on. That will be the best time. So this enzyme session is very simple. So now the recap of the session. How are you going to take care of your enzymes? So adopt a good, healthy lifestyle. Have a good sleep. Eat slowly. Never eat food which is processed. Okay, eat real food. Don't eat too many times. Once in a while you can have what you like, which is the bad stuff, no problem. But most of the time, it's the best thing. Okay, and have enough movement. Walk a lot. I also spoke about walking. So walking is very important. Even the enzymes get healthier when you do a lot of walking, blood flows and so on. Okay. Then be away from artificial sugar, coloring products, food fragrance, and many, many more. Okay. And enough water intake, have good amount of water, and all these will really make you healthy and a good digestive system with having a good enzyme. Very simple. And take a lot of DXN products. And when you are on the DXN product, DXN is a lifestyle. Okay. And everything is a superfood category, highly therapeutical food. So if you can't afford, share the wisdom with many people, and obviously you can have an earning in between that as well, and then expand your consumption of DXN products. Go for it. And definitely you will be very healthy, and you got no choice. You only got to be healthy. Thank you so much, and for the humble hearing. And let's take the questions. Mr. Nixon, sir?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay.
Right,
Any
questions? Yeah, there are some questions, Doctor.
okay.
Let me go.
We'll answer the English one first.
Yeah, we answer the English one. I think only few questions in English, Doctor. Some of these from the Myanmar. One is, let me finish the English, then we go to the Myanmar, madam. We go on by one. Yeah. From RS Tamil Arasi, she asked how and when to consume DXN enzymes.
Okay. You see, all the DXN products, there is no question for Madam Parimulam. Okay, I don't know whether she heard or not. When is the best time to consume DXN products? Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So the question here is, when can I take DXN products? So I have another question for you. When do you take food? Do you take food before food or after food? So DXN products are food. So you should be taking it as when you like it. All right. So that is no fixed rules in the dosage and also in a time. But in DXN, they have many, many therapists. They have their own rules and regulations. So there some therapists says or guide people, you should take spirulina after food. Some will say you must take before food and so on. But in my experience, I always suggest to them, you can take any time as you like. But there is sometimes when you have a very poor stomach, you have very poor production of hydrochloric acid, then the stomach will be a little bloated. It will start to disturb. Actually, it's healing. It's healing. But you know, people don't like any interference or healing process or little pain or discomfort. Immediately they will say, this is something wrong. They will never say that my body is so bad. Yes, I admit it. No, they will say this and that. So, but this kind of people, I will suggest always take along with your food. Okay, so just mix it with your food, then you will not have this reaction much, or you can take immediately after the food. Only this. So all the products can be taken before or anytime, no problem. There is no fixed rules. Even RGG, spirulina, we use up to you. Okay, there's no fixed rules here. All right, you can integrate with food, you can take it standalone, or you can take before or after. But my another suggestion here, never eat the products and sleep. If you take it in the daytime, obviously, your digestion will be more efficient because you are moving around. So 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock also is good because anyhow, generally now everybody sleeps at 12 or 11. So I think by then already about like 3 to 4 hours is just sufficient enough for the digestion. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for the question.
Okay. Another one more question from the same lady. Doctor, I used to take calcium plus magnesium plus K3 for my mood swing, for I got hormonal imbalance. As now I'm on spirulina, so do I need to take that vitamin?
Okay. The answer for the question is no, you don't have to. Okay. But I'll explain to you a little bit on this vitamin K and calciums and all this stuff. So, you see, there is a lot of misconception with taking vitamin K and all these things. But most of the time, it will cause calcification and it will not work. I've spoke about this omega. In that omega, in my YouTube channel, you can go and look for that. I've given a big detail why does the calcium don't work. In fact, for people who are taking very high calcium dosage for all these kind of reasons, what can happen? It can cause, it will work another way around, which can cause kidney stone and also can speed up the artery blocks and so on. Okay. Why? The calcium also is not natural source. Calcium doesn't comes like, an easy way. You just go to the store, you just buy, you eat, the body takes it. No, it doesn't work like that. That is a huge chemical reaction needed for the body to go in, such as an enzyme. So the whole thing has to come as natural source. Always remember, your body only accepts natural source. no any other artificial can go in and can work. Sometimes we do forcefully by having a different chemicals to force, but generally it will never. It will catch the whole thing and then it will dispute out of the system. It don't work. So since you're already in spirulina is supernatural food, the right source. It comes with the D. For a good absorption of calcium, you need calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and also D. Okay, and there is also K-related issues here on the D and the K will work together. There's so many other chemical reaction happens at the back. We don't know. Okay, this is where the human system is very complex and you cannot really measure. But we are measuring nowadays. We are measuring at things which is unmeasurable. Okay, and this is a problem. So you are safe. You're taking spirulina. So forget about all the others. Take more, increase your dosage. Enjoy your good health now. Okay, thank you.
Okay. She also asked another question. I don't understand the question, but I'll just read it. Source doctor, my hubby is 68 years old, maintaining on his insulin and hypertensive drug. He exercises daily. His HbA1c is 5 to 6 mmol, but he sleeps only 3 to 4 hours and only once or twice a night. Please help on this, doctor.
Okay, a very heavy question and a very large question, and this question I can go on answering for 1 hour. Because there are huge problems need to be identified and rectified, and huge lifestyle changes is needed. Okay, sleep is something very important. Nowadays, people are very much into alteration and managed by medications. Their entire system is managed and modified by medications. They cannot sleep, they pop in sleeping tablets. Pressure goes high, they pop in pressure medicines to pull the pressure down. That is not the right way of doing it. Okay, the right way is change of lifestyle, change of proper food, increase the microbiomes, good bacteria, good viruses, this and that into your diet, and that will trigger the entire 80% of your microbiomes, and that will support the genome, and the entire system will start to wake up, and things will go back to normal. And then the pressure will start to plunge down, it will start to go down, and your walking is very important. When you do all this, you've got no choice. You have to sleep happy, good, deep sleep. You'll get a good deep sleep. The moment you touch the bed, boom, done. Nowadays, people cannot sleep. If you cannot sleep, you have a very poor gut system. Okay? But sleeping 3 hours a day, it is not sufficient. At this point in this chemical world, we need to have at least 6 to 7 hours sleep. 8 hours will be much better. Okay, why we want to compromise so much on the sleeping and want to battle, okay, against this principle of just don't negotiate too much. Have a good sleep for 8 hours and rejuvenate a good health lifestyle. Okay, madam, you need any more explanation on this, or either you need to help your husband on this and things like that. If you all need more information, contact the person who brought you here and get in touch with me. Okay, the coaches and all, they will help you. Okay, thank you. And the next question.
Hey, doctor, that's only for the English section, and we go to the Burmese language. From Housing Win is asking some questions here.
Okay. You see, we have a lot of enzymes. Okay. And all the products also gives you an enzyme back. Okay. He's taking most of the enzymes and he wants to know every single enzyme's benefit. Okay. That is the question. And if you want me to give every single benefit of the questions, the products will be too much. I cannot cover that much here today. Okay. But I'll put it in a very, summarize the whole thing for you. Enzymes is an enzyme. Okay. Not this enzyme, that enzyme, all these things will do very well. Okay. It's not like that. Your body takes care of the entire thing. So diversify your food, take it more colorful. Okay. I always suggest to people, I've seen DXN members, they eat everything. They eat this, eat that, eat this, eat that, everything they eat. Okay. I'll ask them, how many spirulina you take? I take 10. What else you take? I take RG6, GL6, Andrew G3, Lion's Min 5, Cordyceps this, Potency this, Morinji I drink, Codipine I drink, Fruzim I take, this and that, and I take this, coffee I drink this, everything they drink. Then my next question will be, if you take all this, why do you have your huge belly? They don't know how to answer. They will laugh. This is money belly. What an answer for that. It is a joke. See, you take all the products, yes, good, you can take, no harm, that is your choice. But what I will suggest is, okay, you don't have to take everything. Take spirulina 30, 20, increase, okay, and take RG3, 6, GLR 3 or 6, and then black coffee. Okay, it's very good. Then VC, Morinji, this is good enough. The extra, the other products, you can take, mix and match. You can take them. Like how I do. I take most of the products, but I don't take them every day. Androgy weekly, I take 6. Black cumin, I put into my food. Potency, I take about 4 to 5. Okay. 1 week, or maybe I may skip, I don't know. Okay. It depends on my mood. Okay. Like monoscus, I take about 5 a week. Okay. So sometimes 4, sometimes 3. There's no fix. Well, what is fixed? Spirulina is fixed. Cordyceps is fixed. RGGL33 is fixed. My spirulina is 80 per day. VCO about 40 ml. Black coffee 2 to 3. Oolong tea every day, yes. Okay, this is all my range. Once in a while, occasionally, I go for 3-in-1 coffee. It depends. Yes. Yeah. 80. Okay. So this is how I take. But this is not what I'm suggesting for you. But what is more important is, okay, your walking is very important. Very, very important. Then all this will work. Then you maximize this, the walking. Okay? Then you get a good sleep. You eat good stuff. You're not walking, you're not sleeping. The good stuff may not work. It cannot. It wants to work, but your body don't have time to work. When does your body work? When does your body detoxify? When does your body clean? When does your body purify, rejuvenate? When you sleep. If you don't sleep, do you think 3 hours is enough to manage this complex system? That is what you got to think. Your body is so complex and is very highly contaminated with hospital medication, with your mind, your thinking, your water, emotionally disturbed, lack of movement, your lymphatic vessels are multi-blocked. So many things, but you give only 3 hours. This is the problem. So what will happen is your body cannot detoxify, doesn't have, I spoke about brain and gut. Okay? How does your brain detoxify it? By sleep. If you don't sleep, your brain not going to detoxify. You're going to have a lot of toxin floating in the brain. That is where you will have this foggy, and this is why the pressure will shoot up. So many. So don't worry about which enzymes for which enzyme for which enzyme, which one is good for this. Don't worry about that. So you can enjoy all the enzymes, but increase your work output and all these things. You will see much, much better results, more results. Okay. Not only the enzymes like Morinzi is different health benefit compared to codipine. Right? But there is enzyme. Both the enzymes both same. But individual nutritional benefits are different. So you cannot say enzyme this only works for this, codipine works for this. No. Okay, it's a bromelain. You see, codipine has bromelain. Morinzi has xenonin. Xenonin is very powerful, work towards chromosome. Bromelain works in a different way. So they both are different. So that is why I say you can take this for 3 days, you can switch with this, you can match it with this. This is up to you. You can do a cocktail. That's your choice. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, there's another one more question, madam, from Hakka Karing. Madam Cho? Hakka Karing.
Okay, this is actually a very good, after the walking. Yeah? Okay, the question is, after coming back from a walk, when she take VCO, it gets reflux and she goes to toilet a lot. Okay, you see, this member has very poor digestive system and her hydrochloric acid is very low. Okay, so I would suggest to her, give a little bit of time, because when they do a lot of walk, your stomach digestion system will change. Okay, so it needs time to rebuild back. Okay, so that's the time when the VCO goes in, and it will be able to digest. So first rules is good, she's doing walking. Second, she has to stop all the inflammatory stuffs, okay, like cookies, flour-based milk. Okay, drinking milk also is a very, very poisonous action. Okay, and also processed sugars, fruits and all. So once you do that, and then she can gradually go, or change the time of drinking the VCO. She also can do the VCO therapy before going for the walk, when that gives more mileage by coming. So before, she can get more strength by taking VCO before the walk. Okay, this will be good for her.
Okay, doctor, there's one more question from Madam Bharati. She asking that, doctor, what will happen if we're taking high carb based food with enzymes and high good fat? Is it will still impact the body system even though they're doing more steps?
Okay, what are the questions? Wait, let me see.
What will happen if we're taking high carb based food with enzymes and high good fat? Is it still impact the body system even though they're doing more steps?
Okay, yes. Okay, you see, a very good question. If I taking high carbohydrates, first rules, okay, is something asking what, doctor, I do a lot of bad things. but I do lot of donation. Okay. And doctor, I never miss my prayers, but I rob every day the bank. Is it? So will I get into any consequences? Wrong is wrong. That's it. The donation is different. That is different. The walking benefit is different. Taking high cups is a first wrong rules. All right. So this is what commonly people are doing. I know Madam Bharti is asking this question on behalf of someone. You see, most of the people who they call themselves foodies, they're very nice names, I don't know where they found this. Foodies, goodies, a food hunter. They also got like food hunter, like Robin Hood. They go for hunting for food. They would run the ambu, they see nice food, they will let go. Foodies, goodies, and all these people. And they enjoy. Then they come in the daytime or the other time, they go and run for 1 hour in the treadmill. They run. They ask them what? I'm burning, ma, and I can eat. I enjoy food, so I can. You see, what is health? What is health? Is it health is absence of disease? Or what? You see, whenever you take high carbohydrates, what happened? What got to happen, it will happen. I'll tell you. When you take high carbohydrates, first thing, it will start to flush out the insulin. When your body secretes high dosage of insulin, that is the biggest damage happens. That will convert all the carbohydrates and has to keep it somewhere. Where to keep these carbohydrates? It will keep it in the liver. The liver will become fatty liver. Second, where to keep it? It will go to a pancreas. It will store in the pancreas. Pancreas will become sluggish. Then it will store where? Visceral fats, internal organ fat. Then will come to belly and all these things. And also the heart. It will store there. Then the third one will go to the muscle. When it go extensively kept in the muscle, that is where it will start to trigger IR, insulin resistance. Some people will do a lot of these activities and it might not go into muscle storage. It will stop in between the liver, in between the pancreas and the visceral fat. They play there. But they looks good. They are very slim, but they have high cholesterol level. When they do a blood test, it turns out to be high cholesterol level, high fatty liver. So what is the solution for this patient? Just 2 days back, this gentleman sent me the report, very active, it does all trekking, hiking, blah, blah, blah stuff. But he's a foodie. He loves food, he eats a lot, but he active, high cholesterol level, fatty liver. He said, doctor, I'm so careful with my food, and that is a big mistake. If anybody says, doctor, I'm so careful with my food, and I know how careful they are. Okay? And the careful means they don't take fat. So, but they take carbohydrates, and mine says, I run, I jog, and I climb mountains, this and that. I'm good. But the food contents of carbohydrates and sugar. So this is what. And I told him, looks like you have to work on your carbohydrates intake and your fat intake is too low. So you need to turn it around. And this weekend is coming to see me. You see? So those who have high cholesterol, remember, you are on high carbohydrate diet, high sugar intake. Irrelevant whether you are fat or slim. It doesn't matter. The fat ones are a little scared. The skinny ones are never scared about eating. They know I don't gain weight more. My metabolic is so good. And then they will eat and eat and eat. No. You break the rules, Your body pays for it. But once in a while you can drink, not every day. Okay, so the question is a very good question. Wrong is wrong. So keep your carbohydrates low. Carbohydrates is the biggest enemy to us, which is sugar in a way, glucose. So by you taking enzymes and all, it doesn't serve the purpose and you cannot cut the fat. Okay, yeah. Next
Okay,
questions.
That's it, Doctor, from the chat box. Any other questions from you, Parimalam? Madam Chu, any other questions sending to you?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Normally, an enzyme cannot survive in very high temperature. They will die. Okay. This is one reason where the enzymes get denatured by temperature. So don't mix any of them enzyme beverages with high boiling water temperatures. You shouldn't boil water. When you should boil water is if you are staying in a jungle or you are staying in a camp area, you take the stream water or the waterfall or river, then you need to boil them. So back at home, you take water from the tap. It's a filtered water. You just heat them up for a little hot to mix coffee. And once you mix the coffee, you should be able to drink without waiting or cooling down period. I mean, just nice for drinking. All right, before boiling, close around 60 to 70 C temperature. All right, don't have to boil. So if you put that boiling water into an enzyme content, all the enzyme is dead. So never. Cold is okay. All right. Yeah.
Madam Chu, there's one question from the chat box. I think is this same question as before or different? I saw VCO, that means I thought it's the same question.
After 6 bottle VCO, coconut oil and stomach hurts. Yeah. VCO, my stomach hurts. The sweet come back and it hurt. What? Eczema. Eczema. Yeah. Okay, you see, I already got the question here. Okay, this member has a lot of bad habits, but eventually she already changed now. All the 4 things I always ask them to stop, which is flour-based, sugar-based, milk-based, and also fruits. Now she has improved on it. Okay, but there is a little bit of pain still in the stomach. Okay, so what I'll suggest is, don't take VCO with empty stomach. You may take it with food. Okay, chew your food very well. Never drink water and food together. Okay, just avoid it this a bit here. Okay, then eventually she will get better. Okay, if she is in Malaysia or even in Myanmar, I think lion's mane is valuable there. So get some lion's mane around 8 tablets, suck every day and take this. So this will help to strengthen the stomach wall, stomach lining, and also production of hydrochloric acid. So this is very important. So the body, the stomach is not strong enough to process the oil, which is she's taking. So most probably lipase enzymes is low. So it gives a little bit of time because now only she has stopped all the inflammatory food, and in a couple of months or couple of weeks, she should get better day by day. Okay.
Okay, we have 2
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Another suggestion here is, she can do oil pulling. That is what they call as oil pulling is. She can put the BCO in the mouth and then, just gargle it. And at times you put a little bit of pressure, okay, on the glands, on your inner glands. Okay, you can do that, and that also enhance your production of amyloidic lipase. Also, that will help you a lot here. Okay, and that also the process enhance the stomach as well. Okay, you can do that and suggest to them.
Okay, there's two person raised their hand. Mr. Mao Si Win, I can unmute you and you can ask question now. Sir, you can answer.
ဒေါက်တာရင်ဟာလေဒီ enzyme ကထုတ်ကုန်လေးကလေဒီအင်္ဂလိပ်ဆေးနဲ့တွဲတောက်လို့ရှိရင်အရန်ထီရောက်တယ်ယောဂပြောင်းမြန်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံဆရာဝန်ဘာဖြစ်တော့လက်မခံတာတော့ပြီးတော့ရှင်သူကယောဂအမြန်ရင်ပြောင်းလို့လက်မခံတာလားသူမတီးလို့လက်မခံတာလားအဲ့လေးတီးရှင်နေဆရာဒေါက်တာကျေးဇူးပါဗျ
Okay, the question here is she's taking, I don't know whether he or his members or anyone is taking allopathy medication with DXN products. The doctors back there, they do not agree with this or request them to stop. Okay. So what should he or she or whoever to do? Okay. You see, in fact, DXN products is not even herbs. It's a food. It's a food. But a lot of doctors are very unaware about this. You cannot blame them either. Back in our practice as a medical doctor, okay, there are so many herbs and this and that in the market, which is really spoiling people's health. There's so many companies are claiming this and that. And this is why we always tell them not to take this kind of beverages. You see, like few months back, I got a girl and she has type 1 diabetic. Type 1 diabetic is very chronic and non-reversible. But somebody told her chlorophyll is very good and gave her chlorophyll and she drank quite a number of dosage. And she ended up kidney failure. Okay. That girl is very young, now ended up into dialysis and damage was very bad. This happens due to the herbs, the chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is green color. So if one Myanmar guy is a bad guy, all the Myanmar guys gets the bad name. Same thing. In some areas, one Indian fella is bad and everybody is the same color which gets into this problem. So one herbs is bad, herbs, all the herbs comes into one gang. So this is how they comes out and conclude as I'm a medical doctor and I tell you, Ganoderma and DXN products is very safe to be taken along or together with allopathy medication. But don't worry about that, doctors. Don't even tell them that you're taking and just take along with it. If you take allopathy medication, unless the doctor tell you, okay, now look here, so and so you're taking allopathy medicine. You are not allowed to take food at all. And then you don't have to take DXN food also. You only eat medicine. You only drink syrup, no water, no food. Then you stop DXN also. But that is not the scenario. Food you must eat, right? So this is food. So coffee is not a medicine. Tea is not medicine. Spaghetti is not a medicine. So the same goes to. So toothpaste is not medicine. But in our toothpaste, there's Ganoderma. Our coffee says Ganoderma. So how this become medicine? Because whose mistake here? Not the doctor's mistake. It's the member's mistake. The member is the one who is taking it as medicine. The doctor will ask you, are you taking anything to solve this problem, or are you taking any vitamins? Oh, yes, I am. I'm taking this, I'm taking that for this. Who said this can treat you? No. DXN is a lifestyle. What you do is a pure food, clean food, nutritional, abundance nutrition. So it's a highly therapeutical food. That's all. You don't even have to tell them, no, I'm very good in my food. I take a lot of good things. Done. That's it. Why do you need to go and tell them these are herbs and this and that? And obviously, when you tell them this is a herbs, they'll jump upside down. Okay? So this is my suggestion for that member. Okay, next. If no question, we can.
There's one more person waiting for the. This is the last question, I think. Bao Tang.
Okay, Ming Lawa, Dr. Jamali, black coffee, ne, Munascat alone, Puria, as the long woman at time or talk them. Mataya and is with Mamma Kuni, leaving Puri tiny Sama, Jamarka Chenya, so make love was such it. Alumutui, Picado, Jimia down in Le, Jama, black coffee, Damatown, Bluma, Nilumiabu, you know, at this, home, Kutaseto.
Is that a question?
A coup. There's a period. Because now, Jama Makana, Usiama, Kalijai, Kanago Nare, Chama, Tani, you know, city the Coco Mila, so Jama Vico, Pian Tautes, and Namakana in a doja, the Morenzine, Jovi Jama Tayare, Sama. Microvagia le Jama Tauyare, Sama, Microvagi, Matauta Javi, so Jama Himal or Liasos, the Himawana Sane, Microvagi, Goji in a shot out there. Any don't you betching it down in Simjim Lesiama. Tomiosiama, Microvagina sa Himawana sa Goji in it.
German room is very quiet.
A black coffee check, Munasca Talumpuria Estelone. Dr. Limjorunga had a ted out for it. Put it out to man and simply this. And I'm about any Jamakana leader. Toalayara, the television.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, Himalaya salt you use for cooking. Okay, you just cook or use it. Okay, she's taking Himalaya salt and then Morinji. VCO, she cannot stand the smell. And then in all this food and how she wants to be confused because she has fatty liver and all. That is the question. Okay, see, Himalaya salt you use for cooking. All right. Then the VCO also you can mix with your coffee, you can mix with your food, mix with your rice. But the smell is a bit strong. Why? Because our VCO is extracted, the virgin oil, the coconut oil, is going through a fermentation. So it is very potent and very strong. Okay. This one. So that's why it has a little bit of like spoiled smell. Okay, because they will leave the oil, the milk without heating, without compress. So then once the fermentation takes place, the microbacteria come in to eat the thing. Then as in a defensive manner, the process, the oil will, the milk will vomit out the oil. Okay, and that is where, the way this how they take it. That's why it's very good. It's very oil, and you can see it is not oil based. It's more to like watery base, very diluted. But the only thing is with the smell. So you can add black cumin and coffee or any other things together. Okay, so how to take it? You have to talk with other members. Maybe they have the same experience. They have taken it, this and that. So I'm very rare I've come across these difficulties of drinking this. No, very rare. Okay, so myself, I also had this little problem in the early stage, but then after that, in a week, then I totally forget about the smell and become more tastier to me. Okay, so it's just a matter of getting used to it. So, but for the fatty liver, this is very, very powerful. I've reversed the chronic fatty livers all within 30 days. Okay, but also work on the sugary intakes as well. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we covered everything, right?
Yes, I think everything we covered.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we'll close the session. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. Okay, for all the participants, for all the humble souls who are hearing and questions and so on, and also taking this opportunity to thank the two interpreters, Madam Parimalam and also Ms. Cho, and also our newcomer, Mr. Sam. For his interpretation and taking practice. Awesome, doing a great job. And also never left, our Mr. Nixon for Q&A sessions and all. Thank you, guys. Without you all, we can't make this program a successful program. And give more ideas to your leaders and what are the subjects you all need and so on. So next week, there is the Eve of Raya. So I can't be doing presentation, but I think we can go on Q&A session. Okay, we don't off the session, so we will do Q&A session. We may not have interpretation, but everybody will be there. So most probably I'll be playing firecrackers and all. So, but I'll attend to those questions. Okay, so I will be doing it from my hometown. All right, so no cancellation. So by 28 we'll be back. Okay, and awesome. All right, sayonara. See you all again. Stay healthy. Yep. Bye-bye.